Hi, this is Steve Beistrud from GSX, and I wanted to welcome you to the LTAP conference and our speed sponsoring session. What we hope to accomplish in the next few minutes is to give you a bit of a picture of GSX, what we can do, what our offerings are, and then you can decide for yourself if it's worth spending some time with us at the show. If it is, come over and we'll chat, and I promise we'll slow down a little bit. We'll actually listen to what you have to say, and then we'll decide together what's the next steps, if any. Thanks so much, and let's go talk about GSX now. Well, we have to go fast. We've been around for about 15 years. We've got offices all over the world. We've got a lot of clients. You probably know somebody who's one of our clients. We've got large multinationals, small organizations with a handful of servers, and all sorts of companies in between. And our products scale very, very well. Speaking of products, there's three main products. ServerGuard, which is a Domino-specific product that performs unattended task recovery operations and Domino server crash recovery operations, as well as running Domino maintenance, including Windows reboots. ID Manager is for helping you with the repetitive tasks surrounding ID creation and maintenance. Usually that falls on trained administrators right now, so this is a way to kind of package that up so you can push it out to the service desk or the help desk or perhaps HR. Currently this is Domino only, but they'll have some new platforms into 2011. And then our flagship product is GSX Monitor for monitoring Domino and Exchange. BlackBerry, of course, same time, and our little question mark here refers to some added functionality coming in 2011, where we'll beef up what we already do now for Traveler and Quicker, as well as adding SharePoint as another platform in the Microsoft side of things. There's a whole bunch of components of that, which I suggest you come by the booth to talk about. Now, we have kind of a unique approach. There's no code on servers, no agents at all to perform monitoring, so you can roll this out very, very quickly and start getting benefits right away. The other point is modeling user activity. It's great that the server's up and the tasks are up and all these good things are happening, but it's another thing to actually send a message and make sure that it arrives every 3 minutes from now to the end of the universe. And that's what modeling user activity is, performing transactions on a cyclical basis to make sure that things are really indeed working. So the objectives of GSX Monitor are threefold. One is to shorten the failure. Something fails, we recognize it, we alert the right people, and they go ahead and fix it cycle. And we certainly do that, of course. But we also want to go farther. We want to help you be proactive, where you can take what's happening in your environment, even though nothing has failed, and perhaps we don't like the way this is trending, and we can make some changes now before the users are affected 2 days from now. And then, of course, providing reports, so trending over longer periods of time, so you can see how your environment has changed and what the loads are and all these sorts of things, as well as giving executives and managers a dashboard where they can understand the service level in a graphical way that they can digest very, very quickly. Now, GSX Monitor has a real-time dashboard, and here we see it with maybe 90 servers. Here we have a bunch of Domino servers. Here we have some web pages, some Time servers, some BlackBerry servers, and even some Exchange servers. All the colors are tunable. They mean something different, but obviously green is good, red is bad. Here we have a Domino cluster that all the partners are down, so that's this purple. And then you can sort of structure that the way you want. Let's kind of get more specific. Here we have a server that's green and red, so the server's up, but a particular task is down, and my tooltip will tell me what that is since when it was first noted to be failed, and then if there were alerts sent out about it. So you can drill down. Now, with Monitor, you can also do some other admin expanded features where you can open mail.box. Let's say you want to see why there's so many pending messages, and even clear the bottle jam if you want, the bottleneck, or even open a console window. Let's say you want to restart that HTTP task, and I don't want to have to remote into the box. I can do it right from here. Now, we have some other functionality up here. If you were to go to other tabs, server settings is where we would set up, every cycle is 5 minutes or 2 minutes for this server. Statistics and graphs would be where we would set up, or rather be able to view the raw data or see the data in graphical form of the way our environment's behaving at a very high level of detail over recent history. Replication is where I would set up the probes at the document level to make sure hub and spoke replication and or cluster replication is really working. Mail routing is where I would set up the timetables and the targets and the start points of all the different test mail cycles I want to do to send test mail messages to make sure that's all working. And then performance and DB monitoring are for more on the Domino app side, so to speak, where we can look at the performance of databases as well as look at changes to ACLs, making sure agent managers running, looking for orphan databases, orphan mail files, things of that nature. So let's drill down and look at BlackBerry now. Here we have a BlackBerry environment in a particular company where they've got some regular BlackBerry servers, and here we have a high availability availability cluster where we've got a primary and a standby box, and even Bez Express in this example. So if you want to do a tooltip here, we can see a little bit more detail about this BlackBerry server. It's the primary, what version is it running, etc., and then of course the whole cluster's up. With Bez, we can drill down and we can look at users. We have this whole column about users, and you probably need to come by the booth to understand what that means. But if I want to go into users and look at user errors or statistics or find unused devices, I can do that very easily. GSX Monitor has another piece of it called Analyzer, and this is the executive dashboard we talked about. Here we have Analyzer where we're showing the first page, and this is profile specific, so I only get to see what I need to see at the time I need to see it. And I'm looking at the day and I see some key performance indicators in graphical form. I can see availability percentages, and then over here, if I had the live system, you could look at individual servers and a extremely broad range of statistics to understand how they're working. Here I have availability for the last 15 periods and alerts on those servers. And I can get into alerts, I can get into statistics, and dig deeper into reports or trends. So let's go look at a trend. A trend would be looking at multiple statistics over time, and then I could look at whichever statistics I want for whatever date range I want, and I can even chart one or many statistics simultaneously to see how things are trending over time. I think our example here is just days, but this could be 2 years of a trend if you want it to be. And then we also have an environmental health tab where we could go and look at the way certain performances of certain servers are for certain KPIs, and then the service level that we've committed to. Not enough time to go into all this, so I'm going to end here. Please contact us, come by the booth, and thanks so much for talking.